Hello 8th graders, your new video is for section 5.3, which is solving systems by elimination. And so the elimination method, we're going to use the addition and subtraction properties of equality to eliminate one of the variables. And this will make more sense here hopefully in a minute when I show you an example. So we're going to solve this system by elimination. 3x plus 4y equals 16, and 3x plus 2y equals 8. And so you can see over here on the right, this is the first step to get rid of one variable by adding or subtracting. And this one works out really nice because I already have a 3x, and then here I have a negative 3x, right? And so we're adding, so 3x and a negative 3x cancels. The x's are gone. 4y plus 2y is 6y, and you can put the 0 here, it's not going to make any difference. 16 plus 8 is 24. Go ahead and finish it, divide by 6, your y is 4. So then I'm going to go ahead and substitute the answer into one of the equations. And so let's just do the first one. And I'll put it over here so you can see it hopefully. So if y is 4, so I have 3x plus 4 times 4, because I'm plugging the answer in, equals 16. And so 3x plus 16 equals 16. And then it's just a two-step equation. I get rid of the 16. So I'm left with 3x equals 0. And you divide by 3, and you divide by 3, and your x equals 0. And so your answer for that equation would be 0, 4. So plug it into the other one. Does it work? Is negative 3 times 0, which is 0, right? Plus 2 times 4, which is 8. So is 0 plus 8, 8? Yes, so it works if you plug it into either one. So that is my answer for that equation, 0, 4. You could also have it as a word problem and then have to solve the system. So it says Frank and Kathy sell cakes. Frank sells 2 large cakes and 6 small cakes, which I have shown here by 2 L's and 6 S's, and that equals 190. Kathy sells 2 large cakes and 3 small cakes for 130. So 2 large plus 3 small equals 130. And I need to solve for S because it says find the cost of the small cakes. Now you need to be careful on this one, because to get rid of 2L, I'm going to have to subtract, right? But here's the problem. If I change this to a subtract problem, this is now a negative, right? So this is a negative, which makes this a negative, which makes this a negative, right? If I'm changing it to a subtract problem, because 2 minus 2 is 0L, and then 6 minus 3 is 3S, and 190 minus 130 is 60. Then I just go ahead and divide by 3 to get my answer, and so my S equals $20. You can check it by plugging it back in, right? So if I wanted to do that, I would go 2L plus 6. So 2L plus, so if I have 2L plus 6 times 20, because I'm plugging 20 in, I can just finish solving it. So 2L plus 120 equals 190 minus 120 minus 120. So the answer is 70. So 2L equals 70. Divide by 2. Running out of room. And so if you finish solving that, L would be 35. So a large cake would be 35. And if you want to plug it back in to see if it worked, 2 times L would be 70. And 6 times 20 would be 120, and that would work. 2 times L again would be 70. And 3 times S would be 60. And so 70 plus 60 is 130, so it works. So we're still using the same method, we're just solving a story problem. So here's another one. if I solve this system by multiplying, so here's the deal over here. It says multiply each part of the second equation by a number that will help eliminate a variable when you add. Okay, so what's going to be the easiest thing to do here? 3 and 4, I'd have to multiply both of them, right? But 8 and 4, I could just multiply the 4 by 2. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to do 2 times this whole thing. So distributive property, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8x. 2 times 4y is plus 8y. And 2 times 8 is 16. You got to do it the whole way across or you can't do it. And then I'll just recopy the other one below it. So then I'm going to go ahead and find my answer. So negative 8x plus 8x would be 0x. 8y minus 3y would be plus 5y equals 16 plus 4 is 20. So divide by 5, you get y equals 4. Okay, so I already did this. I just did it up here. Right? That's what I just did. So y equals 4. Then I'm going to substitute the answer back in to see if it worked. So my first equation was 8x minus 3y equals 4. Plug this in right here. So 8x minus 3 times 4 equals 4. So I go 8x minus 12 equals 4. And then I have to get rid of the 12, so plus 12. So 8x equals 16. Well, that works out really nice because when I divide it by 8, I get x equals 2. So my answer for that system would be 2, 4. And again, if you want to check it, go back up here. If you plug 2 in here and 4 in here, what happens? 8 times 2 is 16. 3 times 4 is 12, so 16 minus 12 equals 4. That one worked. Plug it in here. Actually, let's go back up to what it was before I changed it. So negative 4x. So negative 4 times 2 would be a negative 8. So when I plug 2 in here, negative 4 times 2 would be negative 8. And then if I plug 4 in here, I would go plus 4 times 4 is 16. Does that equal 8? Yes, it does, so it worked. So your answer is 2, 4 for that system. I realize that seems like an awful lot of stuff, and maybe it is. We're going to go over several examples in class, so don't get too scared by it. Solving it by elimination. Okay, the whole key is here. If you have numbers that will cancel right away, it's a lot easier. If you don't, then you got to multiply to make it so that it will cancel. And we will talk about that more the next time I see you. Have a good night.